Over the past 15 years, we've helped more than 10,000 WooCommerce stores with backups, security, and performance. And because of that, I've had the insider access of what I like to call the backstage pass to see how the front end of these stores changes month after month, year after year. Gone through every single mistake people make building WooCommerce stores. So after watching what works and what doesn't for more than a decade, I finally sat down for 3 months straight and put together everything I learned. Here are 3 books of notes that I've made just for this video. So now when I say I've analyzed 10,000 stores, does it mean I've talked to every single person? No, I didn't personally talk to 10,000 store owners. That would be crazy. But what's happened in the last 15 years is that I've got these 3 tools, and most importantly, I have this backup tool, which means whenever something broke, we were the ones digging through logs, figuring out what went wrong, and restoring the sites. And that's allowed me to get a real perspective on how stores actually work. Now, this isn't my first tutorial on how to build WooCommerce stores. If you've ever searched for a WooCommerce shop page tutorial or account page tutorial, you've probably seen our videos ranking right at the top. It might be some other host, but it's definitely us. Now, these videos are solid if you're just starting out, but this tutorial goes way deeper. Now, one last thing before we start, this tutorial is going to be all about the things you need to build your WooCommerce store from scratch and to take it live. You'll see me on screen clicking through steps, settings, highlighting every step, building every page, and showing you exactly what could go wrong and how you can fix it. To make it easy to follow, you'll see tags on the top of every section like beginner, intermediate, or advanced. If you're new to WordPress, take it slow. If you already know the basics, you could skip ahead. But if you see the advanced tab, that's when you need to stop everything else and to pay some attention. At the end of every chapter, I'll even give you a checklist of what your store should look like, what people usually miss, and what errors you might run into, plus how to fix them. And as always, every single template I use in this video is completely free. You can download and import them right away. Chapter 1, choosing a hosting provider. So let's make this simple. If you're setting up a WooCommerce store, there are 5 things you should look for in a hosting provider. Think of these as your non-negotiables. Number 1, performance. Every extra second your site takes to load, your conversions drop. You want hosting that uses NVMe storage, which is much faster than regular SSD. A modern web server like Lightspeed and servers that are physically close to your customers or at least come with a built-in CDN to fix that. Number 2, price. Look at what happens after the first year. A lot of hosts advertise plans for $2, $3 a month, but when renewal hits, it quietly jumps up to $10 or $15. Number 3, reliability. You need your store to stay up all the time. That means 99.9% uptime or higher, plus daily automatic backups and a one-click restore. Number 4, security and compatibility. Look for free SSL certificates, the latest PHP and MySQL versions, and enough WordPress memory to handle all the WooCommerce extensions you'll be installing. Number 5, scale and support. Even if your store starts small, you'll keep on growing. So make sure you can upgrade your plan easily and that you have real support people who actually know what WooCommerce is. Bonus points if they offer staging sites so you can safely test updates before pushing them live. Now, before I rank all the hosting providers, I need to warn you about something: free domains. Because this is where a lot of shady marketing happens. You'll see a ton of ads that say, free domain for the first year. It sounds amazing, right? Except next year, that free domain renews at 3-4 times the normal price. And on top of that, they'll charge another few dollars for Whois privacy, which should have been included in the first place. So here's my advice. Register your domain separately with a transparent register like Namecheap, Cloudflare, or Google Domains. That way, you own it and you can point it to any host whenever you want. If you want to know where to buy your domain and how to actually pick the perfect one for your store, I've made a separate video just on that. It's linked right here. I also cover how to find legit free first-year domains without getting tricked at renewal time. So watch that next if you're still figuring out your domain name. Alright, let's rank the hosting providers. I've tested and compared most of the big names, from SiteGround, Bluehost, Cloudways, and Hostinger to A2 Hosting, Interserver, Scala Hosting, and WP Engine. Here's how you stack up when you apply those 5 metrics: performance, price, reliability, security, and support. First, let's talk about the S-tier providers. They're the absolute best of the best for serious store owners. If you're a beginner or you run a small store, I recommend jumping to the A-tier section. Number 1, SiteGround. If you want a set and forget experience, this is it. Their servers are super fast, running on Google Cloud infrastructure. You get daily backups, staging sites, solid caching, and amazing support. The only downside that I found is that renewal prices are higher, but honestly, you get what you pay for. It's perfect for anyone running a serious store that gets thousands of orders every single day. Number 2, WP Engine. This is premium managed WordPress hosting. They're built for scale, and the servers are great if your store handles a ton of traffic or you're preparing for Black Friday sales. They come with enterprise-level security, automatic updates, and the fastest support in the industry. Now, just a quick note before we move on. If you follow WordPress news, you might have seen the drama between WordPress and WP Engine. I'm not going to go deep into that right here, but in short, there were disagreements around performance optimizations, licensing, and how much control WP Engine gives over the WordPress core experience. The important thing for you as a store owner is the controversy didn't really affect uptime or reliability. WP Engine still delivers top-tier speed and support. It's just a reminder that when you choose a managed host, you're trading some flexibility for convenience. So if you want total control, something like Scala hosting or A2 hosting might feel more open. But if you prefer a done-for-you experience with guaranteed performance, WP Engine still earns the S-tier spot. Number 3, Scala hosting. Think of this like a managed VPS for grown-ups. If you don't know what VPS hosting is, or if you just want to learn about the different types of hosting providers, then watch this video. Now with Scala hosting, you get full control, NVMe storage, light speed, dedicated IP, and you can scale your resources as you grow. It's one of those rare platforms that's powerful and still beginner-friendly. The only catch is that the dashboard is a bit more complex than a shared hosting service, but you'll outgrow shared hosting anyway, so it's a great long-term pick. Okay, let's now move on to the A tier. That's the best balance between price and performance, and what I would recommend if you're just starting out. Number 1 for A tier is Hostinger. It's affordable, fast enough, and runs on light-speed servers with NVMe storage. Their dashboard is clean, and it includes all the essentials: SSL, CDN, backups, and email. The downside is that its renewal pricing jumps a lot, and a lot of the time you're paying for bundled tools that you may not use. Still, for new stores, it's easily one of the best entry points. Number 2 is A2 hosting. If you care about performance and are okay with a slightly more technical dashboard, A2 gives you serious hardware for the price. Their turbo plans use top-tier CPUs and NVMe drives, and they're one of the few hosts that let you pick Lightspeed or NGINX. It's great for stores that have started to grow and need more RAM and CPU power to handle all the traffic. Number 3 is Bluehost. Honestly, this one's really good middle ground option. It's beginner-friendly, it integrates directly with WordPress and WooCommerce, and it's made major improvements recently. NVMe drives, free SSL, built-in CDN, and even staging on their higher plans. Their onboarding is super smooth. You can literally have WooCommerce pre-installed and ready to go. The downsides are that their renewal prices jump a lot as well, and the free domain for a year, it's nice up front, but it gets expensive later. So plan to move your domain out or renew it carefully. Otherwise, Bluehost is one of the easiest and most reliable hosts for getting started quickly. Finally, let's move on to the B tier. These are super niche or region-specific options that you can sometimes choose from depending on your requirements. First up in this tier is Interserver. If you're in the US and want flexibility, InterServer gives you monthly billing and big server specs for the price. They even offer VPS-like resources on shared plans. The trade-off is that the interface feels a bit outdated and their servers are mostly US-based. So if your customers are in Europe or Asia, lag and latency could hurt your business. Next up for B tier is DreamHost. This is solid, old-school provider with excellent uptime and transparency. They're great if you value simplicity and strong customer protection policies. But again, most of their infrastructure is in the US, so add a CDN if your customers are global. Now that's all the hosting providers that I'm covering right now, as they're the most worth it. If you didn't see your hosting provider listed here, then pause the video and check this table. I'll even link it in the description below so you can make a better choice for your store. Here's a final TLDR for you. If you're new and you want something affordable and easy, go with Hostinger or Bluehost. If you're growing and want more reliability and tools, pick SiteGround or A2 Hosting. If you're already established or you're scaling fast, WP Engine or Scala Hosting are unbeatable. And if you're running a US-only store and want monthly flexibility, InterServer works great. Now, if you've just completed this chapter, then you'll have a hosting provider ready. If not, then make sure you choose one ASAP. Chapter 2. Setting up a hosting service. For this tutorial, I'll be using Bluehost. Why? Because it's simple, fast enough for a WooCommerce store, and it makes onboarding ridiculously easy. You get WordPress and WooCommerce pre-installed, SSL ready, and a dashboard that even beginners can follow. It's the best option for walking you through the full setup step by step, but you can pick any of the others. The process will be almost identical. So, when you visit the Bluehost website, you'll be asked to select a hosting plan. On the pricing page, Bluehost offers 3 main plans: Starter, Business, and eCommerce Essentials. The business plan is the recommended choice for most users. However, for smaller projects or if you're just starting out, the starter plan is usually more than enough. It supports up to 10 websites compared to the higher limits and the additional tools included in the business or eCommerce Essentials plans. Despite being the entry-level option, the starter plan gives you everything you need to begin, including one-click WordPress installation, a free SSL certificate, and standard storage and bandwidth suitable for small to medium-sized sites. It also includes email account support, which is helpful later when you want to set up a professional domain-based email like info@yourstore.com. Once you've reviewed the plan details, click Select under the starter plan and proceed to checkout. During checkout, Bluehost will also prompt you to choose a domain name. You can either register a new domain right away or skip this step and add one later from your account dashboard. For now, fill in your account information and review any add-ons that Bluehost suggests. You can safely uncheck extras like SiteLock or CodeGuard if you don't need them initially. Then complete your purchase by entering your payment details. After the transaction is successful, Bluehost will automatically create your hosting account and send a confirmation email with your login credentials and setup instructions. With hosting ready, you can now purchase a new domain or create a subdomain that will act as your development environment for the WooCommerce store. In my case, I already have a main domain, wp-dev.com. So I'm going to create a subdomain called GymFit under it. On the left side of your Bluehost dashboard, you'll see the main control panel. From there, click on Domains and then choose Subdomains from the drop-down menu. Now on the top right corner, click the Add Subdomain button. In the subdomain field, type the name you want, for example, GymFit. Bluehost will automatically generate a full address like gymfit.wp-dev.com under your main domain. Once you've entered it, click Create and Bluehost will set it up within a few seconds. You'll now see your subdomain listed below and it's ready for WordPress installation. Next, go back to your Bluehost dashboard and open the My Sites section from the sidebar. Click Add Site or Create Site. Both open the same setup wizard. You'll be asked to enter your site name, for example, GymFit, and create your admin credentials, your username and password. On the next screen, you'll choose where to install WordPress. From the drop-down menu, select the subdomain you just created, gymfit.wp-dev.com. Below that, you'll see a few optional free plugins. You can uncheck those for now. We'll only install the tools we'll actually need later. Now click Next, and Bluehost will automatically start installing WordPress. The process usually takes less than a minute. When the installation finishes, you'll see a success screen with your new WordPress login details. It'll also show you your login URL, which is typically gymfit.wp-dev.com/wp-admin. Now click on the Log into WordPress button below that link, and you'll be inside your new WordPress dashboard. If you just copy and paste the URL, then you'll need to enter your username and your password to log in to the admin panel. And that's it. Your site is ready. Your hosting is active and WordPress is installed. You're now ready to start configuring WooCommerce and add in the plugins that will turn this into a complete online store. If you've not yet installed WordPress or don't know where to find it for your hosting provider, then make sure to check your cPanel. You'll be able to install WordPress through Softalicious, and here's a quick video to guide you through the process. Chapter 3, starting with WordPress prerequisites. Once you're in your WordPress dashboard, you'll notice a few welcome messages, plugin recommendations, and quick links on the dashboard. To keep things clean, look at the top right corner and click on Screen Options. A small panel will drop down showing checkboxes like Welcome, Quick Draft, and WordPress Events and News. Uncheck everything you don't need and move the widgets around to instantly declutter your dashboard so you can focus only on what matters. Next, go to the left sidebar and click on Settings. Then click General. Here, fill in your basic site information. In the site title field, type GymFit or your brand name. And in the tagline, type Train Hard. Stay fit. This tagline will show up next to your logo and in browser titles, so it helps you define your brand identity. WordPress will also prompt you to upload a site icon here. If your logo or site icon isn't a perfect square, 512 by 512 pixels, it may look stretched or cropped when it's uploaded. So if you want to learn how to create a favicon for your site and add it correctly for both dark and light modes, then watch this video. And if you don't yet have a logo or favicon for your store, don't worry, you can get one in minutes using a free AI logo generator. For example, try Logo Diffusion. Create a free account, enter a prompt like create a logo for gym e-commerce store. Choose your style, modern, bold, minimal, whatever fits your brand, and generate several logo options. You can also try tools like Brandmark, which will not only produce your logo but also help generate other brand assets as well. The key is to pick something simple and clean now. Export high-resolution or vector files and be sure to collect a few key brand assets. Your logo in dark and white versions, an icon or favicon. You can always refine or redesign later, but having your logo and basic brand elements before you build your site header will make the whole design flow much smoother. Now let's get back to WordPress. And as our logo has a wider shape and I can't crop it perfectly as a favicon, I'll skip uploading it for now. We'll add it later while we're creating the custom header in Elementor, where we'll have more control over its size and its spacing. So scroll down, set your time zone, date, format and time format according to your region and click Save Changes at the bottom of the page. Next, we'll fix how your page URLs look. On the left sidebar, click Settings and then click Permalinks. By default, WordPress might use a URL structure with numbers or dates, something like /2025/11 sample page /, which isn't great for SEO. So under Common Settings, select the option that says Post Name. This creates clean, readable URLs like gymfit.wp-dev.com/sample-page, which are easier for both visitors and search engines to understand. Scroll down and click Save Changes once you've selected it. Now it's time to install a theme that will act as the base design for your site. From the sidebar, go to Appearance, then click Themes. At the top, click the Add New button. In the search bar on the top right, type Astra. You'll see it appear in the results. Click Install, and once that's done, click Activate. Astra is lightweight, fast, and it works perfectly with both Elementor and WooCommerce. After activation, you'll see a few older default themes like 2023 or 2024. Hover over each of these, click Theme Defaults, and then click Delete or remove them. This keeps your site clean and avoids unnecessary clutter. Before adding your own content, let's clear out the sample items that WordPress installs by default. Go to Posts from the sidebar and delete the post called Hello World. Then go to Pages and delete the sample pages like Sample Page and Privacy Policy. Next, open Plugins from the sidebar. You'll probably see a couple of default pages like Hello Dolly and Aximet Anti-Spam. Select and delete all of the pre-installed plugins. We don't need those for this setup. Now your site is clean and ready to start building. Next, we'll install the essential plugins that will power your store and design tools. On the left sidebar, click Plugins, then click Add New. We'll install these one by one. First up is Elementor. This is your main page builder. It lets you design pages visually without touching code. Click Install now, and then click Activate. Next is WooCommerce. This is the core e-commerce plugin that powers your online store. Once you've installed it, you should see a setup wizard like this. Just skip through this for now, and we'll go through its setup wizard later on. The third plugin we need is Elementor. This plugin adds advanced design options for your shop and your product pages. The fourth one is Husky. This adds product filters by category, price, and attributes. The fifth plugin is Variation Swatches for e-commerce. This turns drop-down product options into color or image swatches. Next is Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor, UAE. This extends Elementor with more widgets, templates, and the ability to build custom headers and footers. The seventh plugin you need is WP Forms. This is a drag and drop form builder that helps you create contact or inquiry forms easily. And the final plugin is WP Remote. Now, the free plan already gives you plugin and theme management, WordPress SSO, auto updates, update monitoring, basically everything you need to keep a site running smoothly. But I've got a much better deal that's just for you. And the value here is honestly insane. AI malware scanning, an advanced firewall, vulnerability alerts, visual regression testing, daily automated backups, safe updates, activity logs, and a lot more. The offer is only for people watching this video, so click the link in the pinned comments or in the description below and get WP Remote. Once all these plugins are installed and active, your basic WordPress setup is done. At this point, you should have a clean dashboard, a fast theme, and all of the core tools you'll need for building your store. If you don't see all these plugins, then make sure to go back and install them again. Chapter 4. Setting up WooCommerce. Your site environment is now ready for the next step, configuring WooCommerce and setting up your online store with the first few products. The WooCommerce setup is straightforward, and the easiest way to cover all the basics is to use the built-in setup wizard. After activating the WooCommerce plugin, look at your dashboard for a card that says Set up your store or Start selling. Click that button to begin the guided setup. You'll see screens for store details, industry, product types, payments, shipping, and a few optional items. For now, keep this simple. Skip design or customization steps because we'll handle the shop layout later using Elementor or Elementor. You'll now see the WooCommerce setup checklist. It includes items such as setup payments, add products, and setup tax. Click Setup Payments. On the payments screen, look at the status column. If cash on delivery is off, click the toggle so it turns on. Then click the Manage link in the same row. On the settings page, type a clear payment title so customers understand exactly what this method is for. For example, pay with cash upon delivery. And in the instructions box, add one sentence that appears on the thank you page and in emails. Scroll to the bottom and click the blue Save Changes button. Now configure your store's basic information. In the WordPress left sidebar, click WooCommerce. Then click Settings. Then click the General tab. Enter your full store address, including country, state, and postal code. This information helps WooCommerce calculate shipping and tax accurately. In the General Options area, choose your selling location. For example, sell to all countries or sell to specific countries only, and choose your shipping location preference. If you're selling digital products only, you can disable shipping here. For default customer location, choose Shop Base Address, unless you have a specific reason to use geolocation. Next, set up your currency, for example, US dollar, and adjust currency position. Thousand separator and decimal separator to match your locale. Before leaving this screen, check number of decimals. If you sell in whole units only, set this to 0, so prices don't show trailing 0.00. Otherwise, leave it at 2. Scroll down and click Save Changes, and check for the success notice at the top. Next, review the other settings tab so the foundations are correct. Click the Products tab and find the Measurements section. Set the weight unit to kilograms or pounds based on your catalogue, and the dimensions units to centimetres or inches. In the Reviews section, turn reviews off for now if you won't be moderating them yet. You can enable them later. If you plan to charge tax, check the box that says Enable Taxes and Tax Calculations. After you enable that, you'll see a new tax tab where you can enter tax rates or connect to a tax service later. If you're not ready to configure tax today, leave it disabled or return when your region's rules are clear. Shipping is crucial, so take a moment to set up zones and methods. Click the Shipping tab. You'll see the Shipping Zones page. Click the button that says Add Shipping Zone. In the zone name, type North America. In regions, add the United States. Click the button Add Shipping Method. Choose Free Shipping and Confirm. A small settings link appears next to free shipping. Click it and set a condition such as free shipping requires a minimum order amount. Enter the threshold you prefer, for example, 100 or 200, and save. Return to the Shipping Zones page. Click Add Shipping Zone again, and in the zone name, type Rest of World. In regions, choose the option labelled Rest of the World. Click Add Shipping Method. Choose Flat Rate and confirm. Click the settings link next to Flat Rate and enter a simple fixed cost, such as $15. Save your changes. You now have a clear two-tier shipping system. Free shipping for North America above your threshold and a flat fee for all other locations. Open the Shipping Options subtab. In Calculations, decide if you want to hide shipping costs until an address is entered. For most stores, it's better to show estimates early, so leave this unchecked. In Shipping Destination, choose whether to default to the customer's shipping address or billing address based on your fulfillment process. Click Save Changes. If you plan to charge differently for bulky items, open the Shipping Classes subtab. Click Add Shipping Class, name it Bulky, add a short description. You can assign this class to specific products later from each product's shipping section. Next, let's move to the Accounts and Privacy tab. Decide how you want customers to check out. For faster purchases during development and for many stores, allow guest checkout so customers can place orders without creating an account. If you want returning buyers to manage addresses and to view past orders, also allow customers to create an account during checkout and save your changes. Open the Emails tab. WooCommerce sends messages through events like new orders, cancelled orders, completed order. So at the top, set the From name to your brand, for example, GymFit, and set the From address to a monitored inbox, for example, orders at your domain. To double check, click Manage on the new order notification and confirm that your admin email is listed in Recipients. If you want to adjust the tone, edit the email subject and heading to match your brand's voice, and then click Save Changes. At this point, your WooCommerce store has essential settings in place. Payments for development, currency, optional tax, shipping zones and rates, account rules, and email notifications. If you missed anything, make sure to go to your WooCommerce settings page and add every single detail that you can. Once that's done, let's learn how you can add a product to your site. Chapter 5, Setting up a product. To continue, return to the WooCommerce dashboard page and click Add Products to start building your catalog. Products form the core of your e-commerce site, and WooCommerce gives you full control over titles, descriptions, images, pricing, stock categories, and variations. You're now on the product editor screen. Look to the right side under the Publish panel and click Save Draft so that you don't lose any work. At the very top, click into the title field and enter your product title. For example, Hydrofuel Pro Bottle. Under the title, look for the permalink line. Click Edit and set a clean, short slug such as Hydrofuel-Pro-Bottle. Short slugs keep URLs tidy and they're easy to share. Below the title, the large content box is the main product description. Use this area for details such as materials, capacity, care instructions, benefits, and specifications that customers need to know. This description appears in the Description tab on the product page. On the right-hand side of the editor, find the Product Image panel. Click Set Product Image. In the Media module, upload a clear, high-quality photo or pick one from the media library and then click Set Image. If you have additional angles, use the Product Gallery under the Image panel to add more photos. Scroll down to the Product Data panel. The product type should say Simple Product. In the General section, enter your regular price. If you plan a discount, enter a sale price and, if needed, click the small calendar icon to schedule start and end dates. Open the Inventory tab inside the Product Data panel. If you want WooCommerce to track stock automatically, check Manage Stock. Enter a stock quantity, for example, 50. Set a low stock threshold, for example, 5, so that you get notified before you're going to run out. If you allow back orders, choose Allow but Notify Customer. Leave Sold Individually unchecked unless you only want to allow 1 unit per customer. On the right side of the screen, locate the Product Categories panel. Click Add New Category. Create a relevant category such as Accessories or Fitness Equipment. And make sure the new category is checked for this product. Below the main description area, find the Product Short Description box. Enter a short summary that highlights key points such as size, material, or standout benefits. This short description appears near the top of the product page next to the price. Scroll a little further and add a few product tags customers might use, such as bottle, gym, or hydration. Tags help search and filters. Back in the Publish box, open Catalog Visibility and choose Shop and search for results. If this is a flagship item, click Featured. Then click OK. When everything is ready, look in the top right corner. Click Publish. After the product is published, click View Product to see it on the front end. You'll notice the short description appears near the top and the long description appears in the tab below, which helps shoppers see important details immediately. Chapter 6. Setting up a variable product. Now add a product with options such as colours and sizes. From the WordPress left sidebar, click Products and click Add New. Enter the title, for example, gym fit t-shirt. Add your main description, short description, and a clear product image. In the product data dropdown, change the type from simple product to variable product. New tabs for attributes and variations will appear in the product data panel. Click the Attributes tab. In the name field, type color. In the values field, type the color names separated by a vertical bar. For example, red, bar, blue, bar, black. Check the box that says Used for Variations and click Save Attributes. Add another attribute for size. In name, type size. In values, enter small, bar, medium, bar, large, bar, XL. Check Used for Variations and click Save Attributes. Click the Variations tab. Choose Generate Variations. When a confirmation pop-up appears, click OK. WooCommerce will create all the color and size combinations for you. Expand each variation row. Set a regular price for each one. If needed, set a sale price, a SKU, and a stock quantity for each variation. Check Managed Stock per variation if you want to track inventory per size and color. If you want each color to have its own image, click the small image placeholder inside that variation row and upload an accurate photo. Add a short variation description if it helps. For example, athletic fit, size up if in between sizes. Click Save Changes. Review the category selection and both descriptions, then click Publish. View the products on the front end. You'll see selections for the attributes, and if you have variation swatches plugin active, the selectors can appear as color swatches instead of drop-downs. When customers change the selected variation, the price and the main image, they're going to update automatically. If you plan to reuse the same attributes across many products, define them globally so that they're available in a drop-down for every product. In the WordPress left sidebar, click Products, then click Attributes. In the name field, type an attribute name such as color. Click Add New. On the right side of the screen, click the attribute you just created to open it. Add terms such as red, blue, black. And if you plan to display color swatches, include the hex code in the term name or description for reference. Create another global attribute called size. And add terms such as small, medium, large, and XL. Keep naming consistent. If you add light grey once, avoid variants like light dash grey or LT grey. Consistency makes filters, swatches, and bulk edits reliable. Once global attributes and their terms exist, open any product, set the product data to variable product, open the Attributes tab, choose the global attribute from the drop-down, click Add, and select the terms that apply to the product. Make sure Used for Variations is checked. Save Attributes. Then open the Variations tab and click Generate Variations. Edit prices, SKUs, images, and stock for each variation. Save your changes and publish. On the front end, customers will see the same clean variation controls, and you gain consistency and faster setup across your entire catalog. From the WordPress left sidebar, click Products, then click All Products to review them. Use the row actions to edit, duplicate, or move any products to the trash. If you already have products in a CSV file from another WooCommerce site, from Shopify, or from any other platform, you can import them in bulk and save a lot of time. Before you start the import, open your CSV file in a spreadsheet and confirm that the main columns exist and are consistently filled. Typical columns include name, description, short description, SKU, regular price, sale price, stock, managed stock, weight, length, width, height, categories, tags, images. For images, use full URLs reachable from your site and separate multiple images with commas. In the WordPress left sidebar, click Products. At the top of the Products page, click the Import button. This opens the WooCommerce product importer. Click Choose File, navigate to your CSV and select it. If your CSV contains items that already exist in your store and you want to update them, check the box labelled Update Existing Products, so duplicates don't get created. Then click Continue. WooCommerce will scan the CSV columns and show a mapping screen. Check 3 things carefully before proceeding. First, confirm that SKU maps to SKU so that you can safely update later without duplicates. Second, confirm that images maps to images and shows a preview of URLs in the sample. Third, verify that any attribute columns match to attributes and not to generic meta fields. If anything is off, open the drop-down beside that column and choose the correct WooCommerce field. When the mapping looks right, click Run the Importer. You'll see a progress bar. For large catalogs, this can take several minutes. When the import completes, WooCommerce shows a confirmation. Click View Products and return to the All Products list and verify your items. Switch to List View if needed and sort by date to see the newest items at the top. Click into 2 or 3 products and check the front end. Confirm the main image is sharp, the gallery loads, the price is correct, and variations change the image and price on selection. If any field did not import as expected, edit a product manually or rerun the import and adjust the mapping for that column. If all this sounds confusing or a bit overwhelming at first, don't worry. I've already built a custom automation to handle the heavy lifting for you. It's an NAN workflow that you can directly import using JSON templates linked in the pinned comment below. Once imported, all you have to do is create a simple Google Sheet with your product information, titles, description, prices, images, and variations, and connect it to the workflow. From there, the workflow will automatically generate professional product images using AI. It will write SEO-optimized copy and even create all the necessary variations and SKUs for each product. When it's done, it'll export everything back into a clean, ready-to-import CSV file that you can upload straight into WooCommerce. So just download the workflow, plug in your sheet, and you'll have a complete product catalog generated and optimized automatically. At this point, your products should be ready. Just double check the details and take a quick backup using WP Remote. Just go to wpremote.com, click on your site, scroll down to the backups panel and click on Backup Now to start the backup. Once that's done, you can expand the Backups tab and scroll down to the Backups timeline window to check all your backups and restore them anytime you want. Trust me, it's worth it. One small mistake later can wipe out hours of work, and WP Remote keeps you completely safe. Chapter 7, Setting up a grouped product and digital product. All right, now this chapter is completely optional and meant only for people who actually need it. If you're planning to sell a digital product like a PDF, an ebook, or a workout plan, or if you want to create a grouped product bundle where customers can choose multiple variations under one main product, then this section is for you. If you don't need grouped or digital products at all, you can skip ahead to the next chapter where we'll learn how to bulk update and edit products much faster. To add a grouped product in WooCommerce, start by going to the All Products section and click Add New Product. Here we'll first create the main parent product. Give it a name, for example, Gum Fit Adjustable Dumbbell Collection. Add the product description in the main editor and paste it once more into the short description area below. Assign it to a category like Gym Essentials, then set a featured product image. You can add a product gallery if you want more supporting visuals. Next, scroll down to the product data section. Instead of simple product, select grouped product from the drop-down. Leave the rest of the fields as they are for now. After that, click Publish. This creates the parent container that will hold all the individual weight variations, the child products that belong to this group. Go back to All Products and click Add New Product again. This time, we're creating a specific variation like 2.5 kilograms. Add the same description, set the same product image, and then enter a price such as $20 in the regular price field. Since this product should not appear separately on the shop page, scroll down to Catalog Visibility, click Edit, choose Hidden, and Confirm. Then click Publish. Repeat the same process for the remaining weight variations. Add a new product, paste the description again, select the product image, and give it a slightly higher price, like $35. Hide its catalog visibility, and then publish. Continue this until all required weight options are created. Once all child products are ready, return to all products and quickly check if any category or price fields are missing. If something needs fixing, you can use the Quick Edit option to update the category or the price. You can also assign SKU values here for better tracking. Now, open the parent product again by clicking Edit. Since it was set as a grouped product earlier, you'll see a linked products section inside product data. Here in the grouped products field, start typing the names of all the child products, like 2.5 kilograms, 5 kilograms, and the rest. Select each of them and add them to the group. When done, click Update. Open the product page on the front end, and you'll now see all the child items listed under the main product, each with its own price and quantity selector. They won't appear individually on the shop page since we hid them earlier, but they will show beautifully inside the grouped product. Customers can pick the quantities they want and add them to the cart all at once. This is how you create a grouped product in WooCommerce. If you want to add a digital product, return to All Products and click Add New Product. Give it a name like Gym Fit Exclusive Workout Plan. Write a short description explaining what customers get inside the workout plan and paste the same description in the main content area if you want additional detail. Assign it to a category such as digital products or workout plans. Then choose a featured image that represents the downloadable content. Inside product data, make sure Simple Product is selected. Since this is a digital file, check the downloadable box. When you check this, WooCommerce will display two new fields for uploading the file and for naming it. In the regular price field, set your price, for example, $15. Leave the sale price blank if there's no discount. Under the downloadable files section, click Add File. Then click Choose File and upload your PDF from your computer. Once the upload completes, the file URL will be added automatically. In the file name field, type something clear like Gym Fit Workout Course. Because this is a digital item, it doesn't need any shipping settings. Make sure the virtual option is also checked. Under the Inventory tab, enable Sold Individually so that customers cannot add more than one quantity per purchase. This is usually the best setting for digital downloads. Scroll down to Catalog Visibility and ensure it's set to Shop and Search Results so that customers can find it easily, and then you can click Publish. Open the shop page and you'll see the product listed with an Add to Cart button. When somebody purchases the item using an instant payment method, WooCommerce immediately generates a download link in their order confirmation. But since our demo store uses cash on delivery, the order has to be manually marked as completed before the link is going to be released. To do that, go to WooCommerce Orders. Open the order that's currently on hold and change the status to completed. In Order Actions, choose Send Order Details to Customer and click Update. When the customers refresh their order page, they'll now see the download link appear. Click Download and the PDF will open instantly. This is how you create a digital product in WooCommerce. Chapter 8, Bulk, Update and Edit Product. Now that we've added a few products, let's look at one of the most underrated but powerful features in WooCommerce, bulk editing. This will save you a huge amount of time, especially when your store grows or you need to adjust pricing across multiple products. Start by going to the product section inside your WooCommerce dashboard. Select the products you want to edit. Once they're selected, open the Bulk Actions menu. Choose Edit and click Apply. This opens a bulk edit panel where you'll see two important areas. On the left, you'll find options like product categories. On the right, inside the product data panel, you'll see all the price controls. If you want all selected products to share the same price, choose Change To, enter your price, for example $200, and click Update. When the page refreshes, both the products will show the new price of $200. Now let's say you want to roll back one product or tweak only one item. You can open Quick Edit on that single product, change the price back to $149 and hit Update. This method works, but it's only useful for single products. If you need to adjust multiple products together without giving them the same price, WooCommerce also gives you Increase Existing Price By and Decrease Existing Price By. For example, if one product is $149 and the other is $200, select both again, open Edit, and this time choose Increase Existing Price By. Type 20 and click Update. Each product will increase by $20 and their price difference will stay intact. Now let's test a percentage change. Select the same products again. Click Edit and Apply, and under Price, choose Decrease Existing Price By. Enter 10% and click Update. You'll see both prices drop by 10% automatically. This is the easiest way to run price changes during seasonal sales, product launches, or margin adjustments without editing every item individually. Now let's move to even bigger updates where you want to edit many details at once, not just the price. Inside the product section, you'll see two options at the top called Import and Export. Click Export. You can export all your products as a CSV file. If your store uses custom fields, you can enable Custom Meta. If not, leave it unchecked. Click Generate CSV and open the downloaded file in Excel or Google Sheets. When you open it, you'll see every product and every variation listed in a clean sheet. Columns like ID, SKU, name, product type, publish status, where 1 means active and 0 means inactive, and of course, all the pricing fields. This lets you edit your entire store from one place. For example, update a simple product from $149 to $250. Change your shoe product from $299 to $300. For variable products like the hydrofuel bottle, where different colors have different prices, you can make them all equal. Update the first variation to 55, then drag the value down so all variations match. Once you're done, save the file, rename it if you want, and make sure it stays in CSV UTF-8 format. Then go back to your WordPress dashboard and click Products. This time, choose Import. Upload your updated CSV file, enable the option that says Update Existing Products that match by ID. This ensures WooCommerce updates your existing products instead of creating a load of duplicates. In the advanced options, you'll see mapping and path preferences, but you don't need to change anything here. Click Continue and you'll see a field mapping screen. Everything should automatically align. Now click Run Importer. When the import finishes, you'll see a message like 26 products updated successfully. Click View Products and you'll immediately see your new prices applied. The hydrofuel bottle, which is a variable product, now shows a single price of $55 and all variations inside the product are updated. The CSV workflow is one of the fastest ways to manage large catalogs. Instead of updating everything product by product, you can work from a single sheet and push all your changes back into WooCommerce in just a few minutes. Chapter 9, Upsells and Cross-sells. Now this chapter is completely optional. If you don't want to add upsells or cross-sells to your store, you can skip this and move to the next section. But if you want to increase your average order value, or you want your products page and cart page to feel more professional, then keep watching. WooCommerce actually makes this really easy to set up. To display upsells and cross-sells, Start by going to your products section in your WordPress dashboard and opening all products. Find the Core Flex Sculpt Legging or whatever products you want in the list and click Edit. Scroll down to the product data box and open the Linked Products tab. Now upsells appear on the product page itself, usually under sections like You May Also Like or Complete the Look. In the upsells field, search for hoodie and select your hoodie product. Then search for V-neck and select your V-neck t-shirt. Once these are added, customers who visit the Core Flex Sculpt Legging page will automatically see these matching apparel items displayed as recommendations. This helps increase visibility for other products and encourages shoppers to browse more before leaving the page. Cross-sells, on the other hand, appear on the cart page right before checkout to encourage customers to add small but helpful products that they may need. In the Linked Products tab, go to the Cross-sells field. Type dumbbells to select your dumbbell product, and then type Hydra to select the Hydra Fuel Pro bottle. These suggestions will now show up on the cart page whenever someone adds the Core Flex Sculpt Legging to their cart. Perfect for offering workout accessories like bottles and dumbbells at the right moment. After adding all 4 linked products, click Update to save your changes. Now when shoppers open your products page, they'll see matching items like the hoodie and V-neck t-shirt, and when they go to the cart, they'll see accessories like dumbbells and the Hydra Fuel Pro bottle, making it easy for them to add something new or complete their order. Chapter 10. Setting up the main pages. Alright, your WooCommerce foundations are now in place and your catalogue has its first products. From here, you can move on to designing your shop, category pages, and single product pages using Elementor and Elementor, knowing the underlying store configuration is clean and complete. Let's quickly set up our main pages. Head over to the WordPress sidebar and click on Pages. WooCommerce automatically creates a few essential pages during installation. These include Cart, Checkout, My Account, Refund and Returns Policy, and Shop. You can scroll through the list and you'll see them already published. These are the pages that power your store's checkout flow and account management. So don't delete them, we'll customize them later if needed. Now we'll add 2 more important pages, Home and Contact Us. At the top of the page's screen, click the Add New button. This opens the WordPress block editor. In the title field, type Home, and then click the blue Publish button on the top right. You'll get a confirmation pop-up. Click Publish again to confirm. Repeat the same process one more time. Click Add New, type Contact Us as the title, and click Publish twice to confirm. Once both pages are created, go back to the WordPress sidebar and click Settings, then Reading. Here you'll see an option that says Your Homepage Displays. By default, WordPress shows your latest blog posts on the homepage. We're building a store, so we'll change this to a static page instead. Select the option A Static Page, and in the Homepage drop-down, choose Home, the page we've just created. If you've already built a blog page and you want to show posts separately, you can choose it under Posts page, but we'll leave it blank for now. Scroll down and click Save Changes at the bottom. Your site will now load the homepage by default when someone visits your site. Chapter 11. Creating the homepage. Now that the core pages are ready, let's move on to creating the homepage, where we'll start designing the visual layout using Elementor. Start by going to Pages and opening all pages. Hover over the homepage and click Edit. Once the page opens, click on the Edit with Elementor button at the top. As we haven't yet created the site's header and footer, we'll design the homepage on a clean canvas for now. At the top of the Elementor panel, click the gear icon to open the page settings. Look for the page layout drop-down and select Elementor Canvas. This removes all default headers and footers and sidebars, giving you a blank space to work with. Once done, click Publish to save the setup. Let's start by creating the Hero section, which will serve as your banner area. Click the plus icon to add a new container. In the layout settings, set its width to full width and its minimum height to 100 VH, so it takes up the full height of the screen. Next, open the Style tab. Click on Background and upload a banner image. Set the background size to cover, position it to the top center, and make sure no repeat is selected for a clean professional look. Inside this main banner container, which we'll name Hero section, add 2 inner containers, each with a minimum height of 50 VH. The first one will hold the social icons and text, and the second will hold the main heading. Inside the top inner container, set the layout direction to row, then add 2 sub-containers, one on the left for social icons and one on the right for text and buttons. In the right container, drag in a text editor widget. Now type your banner text or tagline and adjust the typography by setting the font, size and weight depending on your site. Also make sure to change the text color to white so it's visible over the background. Below this, create another small container inside the same column. Set its layout direction to row and drag in 2 button widgets side by side. For the first button, change the text to Get Started, or whatever CTA that works for you, and set the background color to #E66323, orange. Then duplicate this button for the second one. Change the text to Shop Now and link it to your shop page. For design consistency, set its background to transparent and add a 1 pixel solid white border, and make sure the font padding and corner radius match the first button. Finally, select the parent right column and align the content to the center both vertically and horizontally. Now move to the left container. Drag in icon widgets for your social media links. Change the icon shape to square, align them to the left and set the color to white. Reduce the icon size slightly and adjust padding for even spacing across the icons. Give each icon a 1 pixel solid white border and a small border radius for a subtle, refined appearance. Duplicate the icons to create 3 of them, for example, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and then add the appropriate URLs for each platform. Once the top part of your hero section is ready, move to the second inner container, which will hold your main heading. Drag in a heading widget and type your headline. Open the Style tab and adjust the typography. Increase the font size to 60px and set the text color to white. Under the Advanced tab, define a custom width and tweak the margins and padding visually until the heading sits perfectly balanced within the banner. Hide the Elementor sidebar temporarily to get the full view of the design and make small visual adjustments, for example, increasing the bottom padding or slightly adjusting container height until the section feels spaced well for your site. Now let's return to the main hero container and open the Style tab again. Add a background overlay and reduce its opacity to around 0.1 to give the image a soft, subtle effect. Before moving on, check that the Shop Now button links correctly to your shop page. If not, then make sure to change the link so it works without issue. Keep previewing the front end as you go to make sure the spacing, alignment and text look consistent. Again, you can adjust these based on what your needs are and what your site looks like. Now, adjust padding and gaps between containers as needed until the hero section looks complete. Below the hero section, create the Featured Products section. Click the plus icon to add a new container. Inside it, drag in a heading widget and type Featured Products. Adjust the typography, set the font size to 30px and change the text transform to uppercase. Add around 20 pixels of top and bottom padding to give it breathing room. Underneath the heading, add another container and drag in the WL Universal Product Layout widget from Elementor. In the layout settings, choose slider mode and enable same height box for uniform product display. In the query settings, filter the content by featured products and set a product limit to display only a few items at once. If you want a cleaner look, you can hide elements such as the category or rating. Again, this is totally dependent on your tastes, so make sure to try different layout styles. I'll just choose style 1 for a simple professional appearance. Next, customize the action buttons that appear on each product, such as Add to Cart or View Product. Set them to appear only when the user hovers over a product and experiment with button styles until you find one that fits your overall design. Adjust the product image display from here. Enable slider arrows and show 4 products per view. Turn on autoplay for a smoother browsing experience. Then open the Style tab and change both the hover color and the price color to orange, #E66323, to keep consistency with the buttons in the hero section. Review the spacing and alignment on the front end, and if the heading appears too small, increase its font size to 40px. And add around 40 pixels of top and bottom padding for a better balance. Now let's add the Contact Us section to our homepage. Scroll to the bottom of your page and create a new container. Choose a 2-column layout. In the left column, you can either place an image, a short heading, or any design element that represents your brand. The right column will hold our contact form. Before inserting the form, we first need to create it. Go back to your WordPress dashboard and open WP Forms. Click Add New to create a new form. When asked to choose a template, select Blank Form. We'll now add a few essential fields: name, email, a drop-down for inquiry type, checkboxes for service options, and 1 paragraph text field for longer messages. We'll also style these fields to make the form look clean and premium. Start by adding the name field. Click on the field to open its settings. Under Format, choose Simple. Then go to the Advanced tab and set the field size to large. Now, switch back to the General tab, copy the field name, then return to the Advanced tab again, enable the Hide Label option and paste the copied field name into the placeholder field. This makes the form look cleaner by removing unnecessary labels and saves space at the top of each field. Next, add the email field. Just like before, hide the label and add the word email as the placeholder. This keeps the design consistent and easy to read. Now insert a drop-down field. In the field name, write something like preferred workout type. Under choices, add options such as strength training, weight loss, and yoga. Click the plus icon to add more choices as needed. In the advanced settings, enable multiple option selection so users can pick more than one choice. Set the style to modern and the field size to large. This modern drop-down style gives the form a more polished appearance. Next, add a checkbox field. Label it as fitness goal. Under choices, add different goal options such as build muscle, lose weight, or improve endurance. You can even use icons here, but for now we'll keep it simple with text. In the advanced settings, change the choice layout to 3 columns. This allows all options to appear neatly in a single line. If you have more than 3 options, preview it and adjust the layout so it looks balanced. Now, add 1 more drop-down field in the same way as before. Use the modern style, set the field size to large, and hide the labels to maintain that same design. Finally, insert a paragraph text field at the end of the form. This will allow users to type a custom message or describe their specific needs. Once all fields are added, click on Settings in the left sidebar. Under the General section, you can rename the form. Change the name from Blank Form to Contact Us. Scroll down and update the Submit button text to say, Get my customized plan. Next, open the Notifications tab. By default, the admin email will already be set as the recipient. You can click Setup to verify or change it if you need. Once you've reviewed everything, click Save in the top right corner. Your form is now ready to be added to the homepage. Go back to Elementor, select the right column with your Contact Us section, and drag in the WP Forms widget. From the drop-down, select the form you just created. Once it loads, adjust the padding and spacing so the form aligns neatly within the container. You can also match the Submit button color to your brand theme. Select the button, go to the Style tab, and set the background to orange and the text color to black to stay consistent with the rest of your site. Now, preview the page on the front end to check the alignment of the text, image, and the form. To balance the section visually, you can either keep the image on the left or use a background image that covers the entire section. If you're using an image, give it a 25 pixel border radius and add left padding to the form for spacing. If the alignment between the image and form feels off, you can duplicate the centered heading from your hero section, drag it above this section, and edit its text to match the contact layout. Keep adjusting the spacing until both sides look balanced. Once the contact section is completed, make the homepage responsive. At the bottom of the Elementor panel, click the device icon to switch to mobile view. You'll see that some elements might appear misaligned or too large. Hide any non-essential containers for mobile screens by opening the Advanced tab, then the responsive setting, and checking Hide on Mobile or Hide on Tablet as needed. Reduce extra padding and margins across each section. In the hero section, add about 150 pixels of top padding to make sure the text doesn't sit too close to the top of the screen. Change the heading width from custom to full and reduce the font size so it fits naturally on smaller screens. Center align all text and reduce side padding to about 10 pixels to maintain a consistent layout. Do the same for the contact section by reducing the padding. If the image appears distorted, set its container to a minimum height of around 55 VH and adjust the internal spacing. Preview the page on both tablet and mobile devices and fine-tune until the sections flow smoothly and look visually balanced. When everything looks right, click Update and test the page live on the front end. Make sure to check the alignment, spacing, and button links one last time and fix anything you want to. With that done, your homepage layout should look something like this, with the hero banner, featured products, and contact section. Plus, it should be fully responsive across all screen sizes. If not, then pause the video and make sure to fix your homepage first before moving on. Chapter 12, Setting up SMTP. Alright, we've already added the contact form on the homepage. We now need to make sure your store can actually send emails reliably. These emails include order confirmations, password resets, form submissions, and every notification WooCommerce depends on. If email delivery breaks, customers won't receive anything, and you won't receive any of their inquiries. Now, in some cases, you won't need any extra setup at all. If your store sends email from the same server where your website is hosted, the default PHP mail function usually works. For example, if your admin email ends with your hosting domain, something like admin@wp-dev.co, and wp-dev.co is running on the same server as your WordPress install, then your emails will send without issues. But in most cases, especially when you're using Gmail, Outlook, or any third-party email provider, the default method fails silently. Emails start landing in spam, or they don't deliver at all. That's why it's better to set up SMTP properly so the emails come from a verified mail server with proper authentication. Let's do that now. First, install a plugin called WP Mail SMTP. It's made by WP Forms, and it's the simplest way to fix email deliverability. Install it, activate it, and the setup wizard will open automatically. Click Get Started. When you see the mailer options, select Gmail, scroll down, click Save and Continue, and then click I understand, Continue. Now we need to connect your Gmail account securely. For that, WP Mail SMTP needs two things: a client ID and a client secret. We'll get those from Google Cloud Console. Open console.cloud.google.com and log in using the same Gmail account you want to connect. At the top left, next to the Google Cloud logo, click New Project. If you already have a project for this, select it. In my case, the project is named SMTP Project. Once the project opens, click the left sidebar and select APIs and Services. At the top, use the search bar and type Gmail API. If it's not enabled for your project, click Enable. Now come back to the left sidebar and open OAuth consent screen. Follow the small steps on the screen to set it up if it isn't already. Then head to Credentials and click Create Credentials. Choose OAuth Client ID. For application type, select Web Application. In the name field, type SMTP so you can easily identify it later. Scroll to Authorized Redirect URLs. WP Mail SMTP will show you a redirect URL inside the setup wizard. Copy that URL and paste it here. Now click Create. Google will now show you a client ID. Copy it and go back to WP Mail SMTP and paste it inside the client ID field. Then return to Google Cloud, click OK, scroll to find the client secret and copy that too. Paste it inside the client secret field in WP Mail SMTP. Now click Connect to Google. Choose your email account, then click Advanced. Continue to wpmailsmtp.com and confirm all the permissions. When the authorization succeeds, click OK. You will now return to WP Mail SMTP. Scroll down and check that your form email is set correctly. Then click Save and Continue. Keep clicking Continue through the remaining pages, skip any optional features and finish the setup. Before we move on, let's test everything. Open WP Mail SMTP in the dashboard, go to Tools and click Send a Test Email. Enter your email ID. If the setup is correct, you'll get a success message immediately. Now, check your Gmail inbox. You should see the test email there, confirming that your SMTP is connected and it's working perfectly. This means every important store notification, from order confirmations to contact form submissions, will now deliver reliably without going to spam or bouncing. And with this done, your entire communication layer is now stable and ready for real customers. Now that our email service is set up, the next thing we need to do is protect the store from all the junk traffic that shows up the moment you go live. Bots hammering your login page, fake form submissions, brute force attempts, and random crawlers slowing the site down. So let's lock that down right now using WP Remote. Just go to wpremote.com, select your website, and scroll down until you see the firewall section. If you're on the premium plan, you'll get access to the advanced firewall here. Make sure it's turned on. If it's not, just click Enable. Right below that, you'll also see bot protection. Turn that on as well. You can also enable two-factor authentication by going to My Account, clicking on the 2FA tab on the left, and enabling 2FA by clicking this button here and verifying your Authenticator app. That's it. From this point onwards, WP Remote will start filtering out suspicious traffic automatically, so that your checkout, your contact forms, and even WP Admin don't get overwhelmed by bots while you're building and testing. Now that the communication layer is stable and our site is protected, the next step is to create your site's global header and footer. These two elements give your store its consistent structure, help visitors navigate easily, and maintain a clean look across every page. Chapter 13, Creating the Header and Footer. To begin building the header, open your WordPress dashboard and locate UAE, short for Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor. Click on the UAE dashboard, then select Create Header Footer to start a new template. When prompted, give it a title. For example, type Header. Once you've created it, click Edit with Elementor to start designing. Inside the Elementor editor, begin by adding a full-width container. In the layout settings, set the direction to row because your header layout will be horizontal. Inside this container, add 3 inner containers to form a clean 3-column structure. Assign about 20% width each to the first and third columns and 60% width to the middle one. This division creates the right balance for your logo, your navigation and cart icon while keeping the layout centered and visually even. In the first column, insert an image widget. Since the free version of Elementor doesn't allow adding a dynamic site logo widget, you'll need to upload your logo manually. Select your logo file, insert it, and adjust its size so that it looks clean and proportionate to the header height. Next, move to the middle column, which will hold the main navigation menu. Before you add it, go back to your WordPress dashboard and open Appearance, then Menus, and name it Main. Set this as the primary menu. On the left panel, select the pages you want to include, such as Home, Shop, and Contact. If you haven't finalized all your pages yet, you can create placeholder links using custom links and type hash in the URL field. Just make sure to update these links later on when you have all of your pages ready. When your menu is ready, click Save Menu. Return to the Elementor editor, drag it into the navigation menu widget and place it in the middle column. And refresh the page so that your new menu appears in the list. Open the drop-down list and select your main menu. Under the layout settings, set the alignment to center so that the menu items appear neatly across the middle. In the Style tab, adjust the hover color to match your site's brand color. Change typography settings such as font family, size, and letter spacing to ensure the menu matches your overall design. You can also add slight spacing between each menu item to make it more readable and balanced. Now, move to the third column, where you'll place the cart icon. Drag in the cart widget provided by Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor. This widget automatically shows the WooCommerce cart icon and updates the item count dynamically whenever products are added. Customize the icon size and color so that it visually complements the header. Align it to the right or center depending on your layout preference. If the icon feels slightly off position, add a bit of padding or margin to fine-tune its alignment with the rest of the header elements. Once all 3 sections are in place, open the container settings and apply a subtle background color or a soft shadow to give the header a touch of depth. When you're happy with how everything looks, click Publish to save the design. At this stage, the header will not appear on your site yet because display conditions haven't been defined. To make it visible, go back to the WordPress dashboard, open UAE, and select Header and Footer. Locate the header template you created and click Edit. Set the template type to Header. Under Display On, select Entire Website. This ensures that the header appears across every page of your site. You can also define specific conditions here, for example, excluding certain pages if you don't want the header to appear on them. Once done, click Update to apply these changes. Now return to your home page. In Elementor, open the settings icon at the bottom left corner. Under Page Layout, switch from Elementor Canvas back to Default. This change is necessary because the canvas layout hides all theme elements, including header and footers. Switching to Default will make your new header appear at the top. Also, disable the default page title from the settings so it doesn't overlap with your new design. Your header is now active and visible across your website. Next, we'll create the footer. Open your WordPress dashboard and locate UAE, short for Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor. Click on the UAE dashboard, then select Create Header Footer. Click Add New to create a new template and name it Footer. Set the template type to Footer and the Display On condition to Entire Website. Then click Publish. After that, click Edit with Elementor to start building it. Inside the Elementor editor, create a 4-column layout. In the first column, you're going to add an image widget and upload your brand, logo or icon. Resize it to fit neatly into the column space. Below it, add a text editor widget and type your store's address or a short about paragraph describing your brand. For the remaining 3 columns, we'll display navigation links. In each column, start by adding a heading widget and typing titles such as quick links, categories, or customer support. Below each heading, add a navigation menu widget. At first, you'll only see your main menu, so we'll need to create new ones. Go back to your WordPress dashboard, open Appearance, and click Menus. Create 2 additional menus, one named Categories and another named Customer Support. Add the appropriate links under each. For example, under Categories, you might include links to product categories or featured collections. Under Customer Support, you might add About Us, FAQs, Privacy Policy, or Terms and Conditions. Click Save Menu for each one. Return to the Elementor editor and refresh the page so the new menus appear in the drop-down options. In each navigation menu widget, select the appropriate menu. With the footer content finalized, we're going to move on to making footer responsive for all devices. Switch to Mobile View Editor in Elementor using the device icon at the bottom of the panel. You might notice that the navigation menus collapse into a hamburger icon, which doesn't look ideal in the footer. Select each navigation menu widget, open the layout settings and change breakpoint to none. This ensures the links remain visible instead of collapsing. Adjust padding on all sides, especially left and right, to improve spacing and keep the content neatly aligned. We're going to move on to making header responsive for all devices. Switch to Mobile View Editor in Elementor using the device icon at the bottom of the panel. Check the header responsiveness. Because the header contains multiple columns, logo navigation and cart icons, alignment may need manual adjustment. Set the logo's width to auto so it scales naturally across devices. Reduce the navigation width if needed, and under Advanced Setting, set its drop-down width to 100% so the mobile menu expands across the screen. Adjust the cart icon size and use small padding or margin values to shift it slightly left or right for perfect alignment. Continue refining the column widths until everything fits neatly into one row and maintains a balanced look on mobile screens. Finally, preview the header on multiple devices, desktop, tablet, mobile. Check that the logo stays clear, the menu links are readable, and that the spacing between elements is consistent. Make small refinements to padding or font sizes if necessary, then click Update to save your changes. When that's done, you should have a header like this, and they should be fully responsive and active across your entire WooCommerce store. If you don't see them on your site, then make sure they're actually set as the global header and footer of your site by using the UAE dashboard. Now, let's start customizing the shop page with all your products. Chapter 14, Setting up the shop page. By default, WooCommerce automatically creates a shop page that displays your products in a basic grid, complete with sorting and pagination. While functional, its customization options are limited. To create a more professional and flexible design with dynamic filters and custom layouts, we'll use Elementor. Open your WordPress dashboard and go to the Elementor settings. You'll see that the template count currently shows 0, meaning there are no custom layouts yet. Click on Template Builder, then click Add New Template. Give it a name such as Shop Template. Set the type to Shop, choose Editor as Elementor, and click Save Settings. Before we start building the project grid, it's helpful to understand how Elementor handles different types of product listing pages. When you create templates inside Elementor, you'll see several options such as Shop Page, Product Archive, Archive, and Category Page templates. Each one controls a different part of your store's layout. The Shop Page template affects your main store page, usually located at /shop. The Product Archive template applies to all product listing pages by default, including categories, tags, and search results, unless another template overrides it. The Archive template is a more general layout option used for other types of archives like blog posts or custom post types, not necessarily products. Finally, the category page template is the one that specifically controls how your individual product categories look. For example, /category/shoes or /category/supplements. In most stores, this is the layout users think of as the category page. Knowing this distinction helps you choose the right template for the layout you're building and ensures your filters and grids display consistently across your shop. Alright, the template is created. Click Edit with Elementor to begin designing. Inside Elementor, create a 2-column layout. Set the width ratio to 25% for the left side and 75% for the right side. The left column will contain product filters, while the right column will display the product grid. To set up filters, we'll use the WOOF plugin, which stands for WooCommerce Products Filter. Open your dashboard again and navigate to WooCommerce. Then select Settings and open the Product Filter WOOF tab. On this page, you'll see filter elements like categories, tags, price, and attributes. You can enable or rearrange them by toggling and dragging. Once you've chosen the filters you want to include, click Save Changes. Copy the shortcode displayed on the screen. This is what generates the filter. Return to Elementor and click inside the left container. Drag in a shortcode widget and paste the copied shortcode from WOOF. The filter interface will automatically appear. Add some internal padding to this container so the filters don't touch the edges and there's a comfortable spacing between each element. Now move to the right container. This will hold the main product grid. As the free version of Elementor doesn't include the WooCommerce product widget, we'll use the WL Universal Product Layout widget provided by Elementor. Drag this widget into the right container. In the settings, enable Same Height Box to keep all product cards even. Set the layout to display 3 columns per row. Under the Query section, choose Recent Products and increase the product limit to around 100 so all available items display. In the content settings, you can disable certain elements such as categories if you prefer a cleaner design. Next, switch to the Style tab. Change the title, price and button hover colors to orange, #E66323, to match the rest of your site's design. For the Action button, enable the hover animation and choose a style that complements your layout. If you'd like to include a filter bar above the product grid, drag the Elementor Product Filter widget into the New section above the grid. Once satisfied with the structure, click Publish and preview the page. To make this layout your active shop page, return to the Elementor Settings panel and open Templates. From the drop-down menus, set your newly created template as both the Product Shop page and the Product Archive page. If your filters aren't responding properly when clicked, make sure Ajax is enabled in Elementor's general settings. Occasionally activating Ajax filters can cause the layout width to shrink. To fix this, go to Pages, find your shop page and click Edit. Scroll down to the Astra settings section, set the container to full width and sidebar to no sidebar. Then click Update to apply these changes. Now let's improve the shop page further by adding dedicated sections for featured and bestseller products. Create a new container below the product grid. Drag in a heading widget and type Featured Products. Set the font color to black, the font size to about 32 pixels, and align it to the center. Apply top padding of 10 pixels and bottom padding of 20 pixels for spacing. Below this heading, drag in the Product Curvy widget from Elementor. In the Query tab, choose Featured Products. Set the layout to Style 2 and the number of columns to 2. In the Style tab, change the price and hover colors to E66323 to stay consistent with the brand color. You'll notice that some default blue accents can't be changed. That's normal for this layout and can be left as is. Next, create another section for bestseller products. Add a new container below it and drag in the Product Accordion widget from Elementor. Set the layout option to background color. Under Query, select Best Selling Products. Next, duplicate the entire Featured Products heading and rename it to Best Seller Products. Adjust the padding by adding 40 pixels on both the top and the bottom to give the section more breathing space. In the Style tab, match the colours and typography with the rest of the page for a cohesive appearance. Switch to mobile view to make everything responsive. Reduce all padding in the containers to 0 to save some vertical space. For the accordion section, add around 35 pixels of padding on the left and right sides, and once everything looks balanced, you can click Publish. Your custom shop page now includes dynamic filters, product grids, and curated product sections, all styled consistently with your website's color palette. If you prefer better filter compatibility, there's an alternative approach using WooCommerce shortcodes instead of Elementor widgets. Sometimes Elementor's widgets, such as the Universal Product Layout or Product Archive Grid, don't fully sync with Ajax filters. They may look good, but not refresh correctly when filters are applied. To resolve this, remove the Elementor product widgets from the right container while keeping the WooF filters intact on the left. Drag in a shortcode widget inside the right container and paste products. This shortcode displays the default WooCommerce grid, which works seamlessly with WooF filters. If you're using Elementor Pro, you could drag in the WooCommerce product widget and customize everything visually, but in the free version, shortcode styling is limited. You can still adjust product display by adding shortcode parameters. For example, open bracket products space limit equals quote 6 quote columns equals quote 3 quote close bracket. This command sets the grid to show 6 products in 3 columns. You can further refine the visual style using the theme customizer. Open Appearance and click Customize. Then go to Global and adjust colors and typography. Change the button color to orange to align with the rest of your theme. Now make the layout responsive. Open the mobile preview again. The product grid may appear cramped, so let's fine-tune spacing. Add 40 pixels of top padding and 20 pixels of bottom padding to the left filter container, along with 15 pixels of side padding. For the product grid on the right, use 15 pixels of padding on all sides and add 20 pixels of bottom padding. Product columns may still feel tight on mobile, so we'll change it to 1 column. Drag in a HTML widget just below the shortcode and paste the following CSS snippet. Don't worry, I'll also add it to the description and pinned comment below so you can just copy and paste it. Preview the layout again. If the last product appears cut off near the footer, open the shortcode widget's advanced tab and adjust the bottom padding to around 120%. All adjustments are made. Test the shop page on both desktop and mobile. The filters should now work smoothly, the grid should remain stable, and the layout should adapt perfectly across different devices. Now at this point, your shop page should be fully customized, filter ready, and optimized. If you've not yet completed the shop page design, or if the filters aren't working properly, then make sure to use the WL Universal Product Layout widget and also enable Ajax filtering. Now that we've finished designing the shop layout and setting up the filters, let's move on to customizing the individual product pages. Chapter 15, Customizing Single Product Pages. By default, when you click on a product from your shop page, WooCommerce opens it in a simple layout. Product image on the left, details and add to cart on the right, and tabs for description and reviews below. The same layout applies to both simple and variable products. It's functional but quite basic. If you want more control over how it looks, like rearranging elements, adding sections or matching your site's branding, we'll do that using Elementor's Template Builder. From your WordPress dashboard, open Shop Elementor and then select Template Builder. Click Add New Template, give it a name. I'll call this one Single Product Template. Under Template Type, choose Single and click Save Settings. Once it's created, click Edit with Elementor to start designing. Inside Elementor, add a new 2-column container and set it to full width. Then open the Advanced tab and give it 70 pixels of padding on the left and right and 40 pixels on the top and bottom. Now select the first column. This will hold your product image. Again, as we're using the free version of Elementor, most of the WooCommerce widgets are locked. So we'll rely on the Shoplentor WL product widgets instead. Search for WL product image, drag it into the first column, and you'll instantly see your product gallery and thumbnails appear. Click on the second column. This will hold your product details. Start adding the following widgets one by one. First, add product title, then product short description, followed by product price. Next, drag in product rating, then product SKU, and finally, product categories. Below all of that, add the Add to Cart button. You can drag it underneath the rating widget in the structure panel to keep everything in a clean, logical order from top to bottom. Once all the widgets are placed, click Publish to save the structure. Now let's style everything to match our site's look. Select the product image, go to the Style tab, and give it slightly rounded corners, about 15 pixels of border radius. For the title, change the text color to black and set the font to Roberto, size 34 pixels, with a weight of 600. Keep the short description simple and clean because we have a separate long description that we set up earlier. Now just set the color to black and the font size to 18 pixels. For the price, highlight it using your brand's orange color so it stands out immediately. Increase the font size to 25 pixels and make it bold so it grabs attention. Now select the Add to Cart button. Under Style, change the background to orange and the text color to black. Give it 15 pixels of padding on the top and bottom and 25 pixels on the sides. If your site uses rounded corners, match that same style here. Finally, for the product categories, set their text color to the same orange shade as the button, so everything feels consistent. Once all the styling is done, click Publish again. Before previewing, we need to make sure our new layout actually replaces WooCommerce's default product template. Go back to your WordPress dashboard, open Shoplentor settings, and under Template settings, look for the drop-down. Select the template you just created and click Save Changes. Now refresh your product page on the front end. You should see your new design live, much cleaner, more modern, and aligned with your brand. If you're viewing a variable product, you'll notice that the drop-downs for variations like color or size blend neatly into your layout. If your image gallery looks too small, just remove one or two thumbnails to make it more compact. Next, let's optimize it for mobile. In Elementor, switch to Mobile View. Remove the large 70 pixel side paddings and replace them with around 10 pixels on each side. Add around 20 pixels of padding on top for spacing. Scroll through the layout. Everything should stack nicely and feel balanced. If anything feels too large, reduce the font sizes slightly. Once you're happy with it, click Publish. If the layout still looks boxed in, that's just your theme's container width settings. You can fix it easily. Go to Appearance, then Customize, and open the WooCommerce section. Under General, set the container layout to full width. Then go into Single Product Settings and select Full Width with no sidebar. Click Publish, and when you refresh your product page, it'll stretch beautifully edge to edge. Let's add one more section, Related Products. To keep customers browsing after they view a product, scroll to the bottom of your template and add a new container and give it the same padding, 70 pixels on the sides, 40 pixels on the top and bottom. Inside it, drag in the Related Products widget from Elementor. It automatically shows products from the same category. Below that, add another container with the same padding values. Search for product data tabs and drop it in. This will display the tabs for description, additional information, and reviews. If you want a more structured look, change the border type to a solid 1 pixel line. Otherwise, keep the default. You can also adjust the background color if needed and set the typography to Roberto with a font size of 18 pixels. Switch to mobile view again and make the same responsive adjustments. Set top padding to 20 pixels, side padding to 10 pixels for both of the new sections. Reduce text size to around 14 pixels so that it feels lighter on smaller screens. For the short description, keep it at 14 pixels, and for the price, make it slightly larger, around 22 pixels, so it remains easy to read. Once everything looks balanced, click Publish again. If your products have multiple options like different colors or sizes, WooCommerce shows them as drop-down menus by default. Let's make that look more modern, using the variation swatches for WooCommerce plugin that we installed earlier. Activate it, then open its settings in your WordPress dashboard. You'll see options for color swatches, image swatches, and shape swatches. The image one is part of the Pro version, so we'll stick with the shape option for now. Change the shape from squared to rounded and then click Save. Go back to your product page and refresh it. The drop-downs are now replaced with rounded swatches that match your color attributes. Even on mobile, they'll look clean and perfectly aligned with your new design. And that's it, your single product page is now fully customized and should look like this. Before we move on to setting up shipping and delivery, make sure that you have enabled the new single product page layout to be used across all your products using the Elementor template settings. Now, a quick pro tip. From this point on, any change you make can affect checkout, cart, and the product flow. So if you want to experiment or test anything, do it on a staging site first. A staging site is basically a safe copy of your store where you can break things without breaking your live site. To create one, go to wpremote.com, select your site, scroll down to the staging section and click Add Staging. You'll get all the details right here, and you can click on this link to access your staging site. WP Remote keeps your staging site active for 30 days, so you can comfortably test updates, design changes, or new plugins, and only push changes when you're sure everything looks perfect. Once that's done, let's move to the next chapter and set up shipping for our store. Chapter 16, Setting up Shipping. All right, now in this chapter, we'll connect ShipRocket for shipping and tracking, and add a PIN code checker so customers can instantly see if delivery is available in their area. Let's start with ShipRocket. Go to the ShipRocket website and either log in or sign up for a new account. Once you're inside your ShipRocket dashboard, look for the option called Setup and Manage, and from the list, choose WooCommerce. Before we connect, there's one small thing we need to fix on our site. ShipRocket requires something called the Legacy API to be enabled in WooCommerce, so it can communicate with your store properly. To enable it, open your WordPress dashboard. Click on WooCommerce, then go to Settings, and open the Advanced tab. Here you'll find an option called Enable Legacy API. Turn it on. If this option isn't available, that's okay. ShipRocket provides a helper plugin called WooCommerce Legacy REST API that can activate it for you. You can either download it directly from the ShipRocket setup page or install it from your WordPress dashboard. To do that, go to Plugins, click Add New, and in the search bar type WooCommerce Legacy REST API. Install it, activate it, and then return to your WooCommerce settings. After refreshing the page, the REST API option will now be available and enabled. Go back to your ShipRocket dashboard. Paste your website URL into the connection field and click Connect. You'll see a permission prompt appear. Click Approved and then fill in your business details such as name, address, and contact number. Once everything's filled in, click Save Channel. At this point, your WooCommerce store is now connected to ShipRocket. Next, we'll install the ShipRocket plugin inside WordPress so everything stays synced automatically. Go back to your WordPress dashboard and open the Plugins section. Click Add New and search for ShipRocket. Install it, activate it, and then open its settings. Here, log in using the same ShipRocket account you used earlier. Enter your phone number and click the button that says Sign up and get API keys. Your store will now automatically connect to your ShipRocket account. Once it's connected, go to the shipping settings inside the plugin. Scroll down and turn on Debug Mode. This helps you see what's happening behind the scenes during testing. Click Save, and you're done. ShipRocket is now ready to handle orders and shipments from your store. Now, let's move to the next part, which is adding a PIN code checker. This lets customers check whether or not delivery is available in their area before they reach the checkout page. To do this, we'll use a plugin called iNextWoo PIN code checker. Activate it and then open any single product page on your website. You'll now see a new field that appears automatically right next to the Add to Cart button. That's your PIN code checker. But before it can work, we need to tell WooCommerce which PIN codes are available for delivery. Go back to your WordPress dashboard and open iNext Settings. Here you'll see a few options. You can enable or disable a plugin with a toggle. You can set how many digits your PIN codes should have. And if needed, you can turn on alphanumeric codes. Click on the Messages tab to customize the messages that customers will see, such as delivery available, not serviceable, or error messages. Once done, click Save Changes. At the top, you'll see a message that says No PIN codes found. Click that link to add them. Or you can do this manually through your WooCommerce shipping settings. Go to WooCommerce, open Settings, and then click on the Shipping tab and choose Shipping Zones. Give it a name like North America. Under Zone Regions, choose the countries or regions where you'll deliver. Next, click Add Shipping Method. Choose Flat Rate and set the cost to $5. Below that, in the field that says Limit to specific zip or postal codes, enter your PIN codes, one per line. Once you're done, go back to your product page and try entering one of the PIN codes you've added. If it's valid, it'll show that delivery is available. If it's not, it will display a message saying the area isn't serviceable. You might notice that after adding this plugin, the Add to Cart button sometimes shifts slightly, or the spacing looks uneven. That happens because the plugin adds a small line of extra styling. To fix this, open your single product template in Elementor. Select the Add to Cart widget and adjust the layout and style to match your site's design. Check the padding, borders to make sure that everything looks consistent. If you prefer a cleaner look, you can also hide the quantity field next to the Add to Cart button. Update your template and refresh the front end. The section should now look much cleaner. At this point, everything should be aligned perfectly. Your product details, color swatches, PIN code checker, and Add to Cart button all looking consistent. And the best part is that everything we've done so far uses completely free tools. Now that everything is designed and connected, let's test the whole buying flow like a real customer would. This is to make sure the entire process from adding a product to confirming an order works smoothly before you go live. Start by visiting your shop page. Pick a few products and click Add to Cart on each one. Then open your cart page and check that everything appears correctly. You should see product images, prices, quantities, and totals. Once you've confirmed everything, click Proceed to Checkout. You'll now see the checkout form with all the standard fields such as name, address, and phone number. Fill these with test details so that we can place a sample order. For payment, choose Cash on Delivery since it's the easiest way to test without real transactions. Click Place Order. If everything's connected properly, WooCommerce will show an Order Received page with your order numbers and details. Now let's check this from the admin side. Go back to your WordPress dashboard, open WooCommerce, and click on Orders. You should now see your test order listed with the status set to processing. Click on it to view the order details. You'll see all the customer information, items purchased, total amount, and payment method. If everything looks correct, you can manually change the order status to completed to simulate a full delivery. And that's it. You've successfully connected ShipRocket for shipping and tracking, added a live PIN code checker, and tested the complete buying experience from start to finish. Before moving on, make sure you test ShipRocket out completely. Sync all your products, and if you want international shipping, then contact their support team to enable ShipRocket X, which is their international shipping service. Chapter 17. Set up tax and weight-based shipping. Alright, now let's set up your tax system and your weight-based shipping. These two settings decide what your customer finally pays at checkout, so it's important to configure them properly before your store goes live. Start by opening WooCommerce and then going into Settings. Inside the General tab, scroll down and enable the option that allows taxes. Save the changes. Once the page reloads, you'll notice a new tax tab appear at the top. Open it. You'll now see sections like Tax Options, Standard Rates, Reduced Rates, and Zero Rate. Inside Tax Options, the first thing you need to decide is how you want e-commerce to handle product prices. To make things simple and predictable, choose the option that says you will enter prices exclusive of tax. This means that if you set a product price to $100, WooCommerce will add the tax on top during checkout, and the customer will see the final tax inclusive total there. Next, choose how your tax should be calculated. You can base it on the customer's billing address, shipping address, or your store's base address. For most stores, using the billing address works best. Leave the shipping tax class on standard rate so shipping follows the same tax rules as your products. Below that, you'll find an option to round taxes per line item or at the subtotal level. Most stores leave this as per line item, but you can choose whichever your accountant prefers. Now, scroll down to the display settings. Here you can decide how you want prices to appear across your site. For example, you can show prices excluding tax on the shop page, but including tax during checkout. Save the changes. Next, open the standard rates section and click Insert Row. Enter your region. For North America, type US in the country column and leave the rest of the fields empty so the tax applies everywhere within the United States. In the rates column, type 18. Decide whether you want the tax on the shipping or not. When you're done, save the changes. If you want to make things clearer for your customers, go back to the tax options page and find the price display suffix. Here you can add something like Inc. tax, or even use WooCommerce shortcodes to show both values. After saving, refresh your shop page or product page and you'll see the updated tax label immediately. Now WooCommerce will automatically calculate 18% tax at checkout for all customers in the United States and display the before and after tax values clearly. Let's move on to weight-based shipping. Start by installing and activating the free plugin called WooCommerce Weight-Based Shipping. Once activated, go into WooCommerce settings, open the Products tab and choose the weight unit you want to use. Kilograms or pounds, both work. Make sure each of your products has a weight set inside its shipping tab. Next, open the Shipping tab and click Add Shipping Zone. Name it something like Weight-Based Shipping North America and select your region. Save it, then click Add Shipping Method and choose Weight-Based Shipping. Edit the method to start adding rules. The plugin usually creates some example rules by default. You can keep them if you like, or delete them and add your own from scratch. Let's create a rule. Enter a label for the method. For example, ShopRocket X Standard Delivery. Set the destination to the United States. Now define your first weight range. For example, from 0 kilograms to 3 kilograms. Leave the cost value as it is for now. Under shipping, choose flat rate and set a base cost of $6.50. Save it and test it on the front end. When you add a lightweight product to the cart, you'll see ShopRocket X Standard Delivery for $6.50 applied correctly. If your cart goes above the weight limit, no shipping option will appear until you create a rule for the next range. Make another rule for 3 to 12 kilograms. Set the cost to $12.90. Save again and refresh your cart to see the updated charges for heavier orders. Now let's configure progressive weight-based charges. Delete the previous rules and create a new one. Keep the initial values the same. Under shipping, choose flat plus progressive. Set a base cost of $5, then add a charge of $1.20 per kilogram for orders above 5 kilograms. You can restrict this rule so it only applies up to 15 kilograms, then save it. Test it on the front end. For products below 5 kilograms, WooCommerce will show $5. As the total weight increases, you'll see the cost climb at $1.20 per kilogram. Once the weight passes 15 kilograms, the method will disappear, which is exactly what the weight cap is supposed to do. You can also offer multiple shipping options for your customers. Inside the weight-based shipping North America zone, click Add Shipping Method again and choose Weight-Based Shipping. Edit it, delete the default rules, and create a new rule called Shop Rocket X Express Delivery. Set it up the same way as the flat plus progressive rule, but give it a higher price. For example, a base cost of $18.90, with a progressive rate on top of that. Keep the weight limit the same. Save it. Now when customers open their cart, they'll see two options. One for standard delivery and another for express delivery. Both calculate prices automatically based on total weight. This gives your customers real-world flexibility and gives you full control over your shipping strategy. With taxes and weight-based shipping configured, your checkout is now accurate, transparent, and ready for real orders. Make sure to double test everything, and if you find any errors, then go back and change the settings inside WooCommerce. Chapter 18: Creating Coupons and Pop-ups in WooCommerce. Now let's see how you can set up different discount coupons, banners, and pop-ups for your store. Let's start by turning on coupons inside WooCommerce. Open WooCommerce and click Settings. Scroll down a little and make sure the option that says Enable Coupons is checked and save the changes. Now look at the left side menu under Marketing. Click Coupons. Click Create your first coupon. At the top, type your coupon code. WooCommerce can generate one automatically, but let's keep it simple and type Black Friday 10. Below that, you'll see a section called Coupon Data with 3 tabs: General, Usage Restriction, and Usage Limits. We'll start with the General tab. Here, Discount Type gives you 3 options: Percentage Discount, Fixed Cart Discount, and Fixed Product Discount. Choose Percentage Discount and inside the amount box type 10. This means customers will get 10% off their order. If you want to give free shipping with this coupon, you can enable the free shipping checkbox. Let's keep it off for now. As it's a Black Friday deal, scroll down and set an expiry date inside the coupon expiry date field. Before changing anything else, scroll up and click Update. Copy your coupon code, because we'll test it. Now open your shop page and select any product. Add it to your cart, and on the cart page, you'll see a box that says Apply Coupon. Paste Black Friday 10, click Apply, and you should instantly see a 10% discount. Now let's return to the coupon settings and open the Usage Restriction tab. Set minimum spend to $150. This means the coupon only works when the cart total is above $150. Enable individual use only, so customers cannot stack this coupon with others. You'll also see options to limit the coupon to certain products or categories. You can leave these empty if you want the coupon to work across your entire site. Now open the Usage Limits tab. In Usage Limit per coupon, type 100, so the coupon can be used up to 100 times. In Usage Limit per user, type 1, so each customer can only use it once. Now test your minimum spend rule. Go back to your cart, remove any discount that's already applied, and try entering the coupon again when your total is below $150. If your total's around $110, the coupon will not apply. Increase the quantity until your cart total goes above $150. Now apply the coupon again, and you'll see it work perfectly. This is how coupons work inside WooCommerce. You can create them for seasonal offers, flash sales, first-time buyers, or Black Friday campaigns exactly like this one. Now let's display these coupons on your site using a pop-up banner. We'll use a tool called Claspo because it makes this very easy. Go to claspo.io. Click Start for free or log in with your Google account. If this is your first time, Claspo will ask you to enter an organization name. The free plan only allows one site, so if you've already used it before, remove the old website first. Go to Organization Settings, enter the URL, remove everything unnecessary like slashes or HTTP, and then click Save. Next, click Install Script. Choose WordPress install since we're using WordPress. Keep this screen open. Now go back to WordPress. Open your plugins page, click Add New, and search for Claspo. Install it and click Activate. The plugin will ask for a script ID. Return to the Claspo tab, copy the script ID, paste it into the plugin setting inside of WordPress, and click Connect. Go back to Claspo and click Check Plugin Status. It will ask you to visit your website once. Open your main site in a new tab and refresh the page. Return to Claspo and click Check Again. You should now see a message confirming that the script is installed correctly. Now click Widgets, then click New Widget. You can start from scratch or use one of the templates. Claspo gives you more than 1,000 free templates. On the left, choose a category. For this tutorial, select Black Friday. Pick any pop-up template you like and preview it on mobile. If it looks clean, click Use this template. Inside the editor, you can customize anything. Click the percentage text and change it from 50 to 10%. Click the button and use the Style tab to adjust the color to match your brand. Drag the padding controls to create more spacing if you need it. Click the email input field and make sure validation is enabled so customers must enter a correct email format. When you're done, click Save. Now go to the Triggering tab. You can decide when the pop-up appears. For example, you can make it appear after 10 seconds. Set it to 10 seconds. Collapse the panel. Click Next and then click Done. And your widget is ready. Change its status from draft to published and click Save. Now go to your website and wait for 10 seconds. You'll see the pop-up appear. Enter an email address and you'll get the code. The pop-up will show a coupon code that can be copied. Now let's use that code inside WooCommerce. Copy the code generated by Claspo, open your WooCommerce dashboard, go to Marketing and click Add New. Paste the code and create a new coupon exactly the way we created the Black Friday 10 coupon earlier. Click Update. Now open your website in an incognito window. The pop-up will appear again after 10 seconds. Enter your email, get the coupon code, go to the shop page, add a product, increase the quantity, and apply the coupon. It will work perfectly. This is how you create fully automated pop-ups and banners using Claspo to promote your coupon codes and convert visitors into customers. Now that you've already created coupons and displaying them using Claspo's pop-ups, let's take this one step further and set up a countdown banner. This is especially useful for flash sales like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or any limited time promotion. Start by opening the coupon you want to feature inside of the countdown banner. Go to Marketing in the sidebar, click Coupons, open the active coupon, copy the coupon code. So for example, the code SAVEBIG. Next, go to claspo.io and log into your dashboard. Open the Widgets tab. At the moment, you'll see the pop-up we previously created. Click New Widgets to create a new one. Then open the template library. From the available layouts, choose a banner format that includes a countdown timer. For this example, select the Black Friday deal layout. Inside the editor, click the text displaying the discount code. Double-click to edit it and paste the SAVEBIG code that you copied earlier. Now click the countdown timer section. Open the time settings and choose Setup Time. In the End Time field, pick the date when your sale ends. Classpo will automatically calculate and display the remaining days, hours, and minutes based on that date. Make any text or styling adjustments you want, and then click Save. Move to Rules. Click Edit under When to Display, and set the timer to appear after 10 seconds. Collapse the Rules menu, click Next, then click Done. The widget is now ready to go live. From the drop-down at the top right corner, choose Published and click Save. Return to your widgets list. You'll now see two widgets, the pop-up you created earlier and the new countdown banner. You can keep both active or disable the old one. For this demo, disable the previous pop-up and leave the countdown banner active. Now visit your website. After waiting for 10 seconds, the countdown banner will appear at the bottom of the screen. You'll see the red timer counting down to the end of your deal, along with the Save Big coupon code. Copy the coupon code and open any product from your shop. Add it to the cart and try applying the coupon. If the cart conditions aren't met, for example, if the minimum spend is not reached, WooCommerce will show a notification. Increase the quantity so that the total meets the requirement, and then apply the coupon again. This time, it'll apply correctly. And that's how you add a countdown banner to highlight limited time coupon codes using Classpo. If you want to create more pop-ups or coupons, then pause the video here and add them first before moving on to the next chapter. Chapter 19, Customizing Checkout Page. Now let's customize our checkout page so it feels cleaner, more modern, and more relevant to the type of products we're selling. For this, we'll use a free plugin called Checkout Field Editor. This plugin lets you add new fields, remove fields you don't need, or rearrange everything without writing a single line of code. Start by installing the plugin and activate it. After activation, you'll either see a Get Started button, or you can go to WooCommerce and open Checkout Form. You'll now see two tabs on top, Classic Checkout and Block Checkout. Stay on Classic. Below that, you'll see three sections called Billing, Shipping, and Additional. These contain all the existing checkout fields WooCommerce shows by default. As our store is gym fit and we're selling gym accessories and clothing, we don't need every default field. For example, the company name field isn't required for most customers, so let's disable it. Open the billing section, find company name, and disable it from there. Remember that WooCommerce doesn't allow deleting default fields, only disabling them. Now let's add a useful field. Click Add Field and choose Date as the field type. In the label field, write Preferred Delivery Date. In the name field, make sure the first letter is lowercase. Leave it optional so customers can choose a date only if they want to, and click Save to keep the changes. Let's add one more field. Click Add Field again, but this time select as a field type. Label it Gift Option. Inside the options box, add Not a Gift, Gift Wrap Only, Include a Message, and Full Gift Pack. Arrange them however you like. This will let customers pick a preferred gifting option before placing their order. You can also reorder fields by dragging them up and down. To keep things clean, move Preferred Delivery Date just below Phone and place Gift Option right under it. When everything looks organised, you can click Save Changes. Now open your checkout page and refresh it. You'll see the company name field is disabled, and you'll see the new Preferred Delivery Date and Gift Option fields working properly. Try selecting a date and choosing a gift option to confirm everything is functioning as expected. If you ever want to go back to the original checkout layout, the plugin gives you a Reset to Default button on the top left. Clicking it will restore the entire checkout to the original WooCommerce structure instantly. That's all you need. With a few simple changes, your checkout page should look much cleaner, feel more professional, and offer useful options that match the needs of your customers. Chapter 20. Connect with Google Shopping. Now, if you want your WooCommerce products to appear on Google Shopping, Google Search, and even YouTube without running ads, this is a chapter for you. The setup sounds technical, but it's actually straightforward. We'll connect your WooCommerce store to Google Merchant Center using free tools, make a product feed, and sync it automatically. First, make sure your WooCommerce store is set up properly. Your product should have correct titles, prices, images, and descriptions because Google will pull this information directly from your site. Next, open merchants.google.com and sign up for a free Merchant Center account. When asked if you sell products online, select Yes, enter your website URL. If you don't have a physical store, select No for the retail location. Continue through the prompts until you reach the Merchant Center dashboard. Fill in your store name, business address, and basic details. For this demo, the store name is GymFit. Google now needs to verify ownership of your website. In the Merchant Center dashboard, select Connect your online store and choose WordPress or WooCommerce. Google will give you a small HTML verification code. Copy it. Now switch to your WordPress dashboard. Install a free plugin called WP Code. After activation, open Code Snippets and select Header and Footer. Paste the Google verification code inside the header section and save your changes. Return to Merchant Center and click Verify. You should now see a green check mark that confirms the site is verified. Next, Merchant Center will ask for shipping settings. Choose the countries where your store delivers products. For example, if your store only ships within the United States, select United States as your target region and save. Now we need to create a product feed. This feed sends your WooCommerce product data to Google automatically. Go back to WordPress and install a plugin called Product Feed Manager for WooCommerce. Activate it, then open the plugin, Settings, and click Create Feed. Give the feed a name such as Google Shopping Feed. Select Google Shopping as the platform, choose XML as the file format, and the plugin will automatically fill in product mappings like title, description, images, price, stock, and link. Review the mappings and then click Publish. This will generate a product feed URL. Copy this URL and return to Google Merchant Center. Paste the feed URL you copied earlier. Set the fetch schedule to daily and save the feed. Google will now automatically pull your WooCommerce products into Merchant Center. After the first fetch completes, open the Products tab in the Merchant Center. You'll see all your products listed. Some may show warnings or say under review or not approved. This is normal because Google checks all product details before approval. Click on any product with an issue. Merchant Center will tell you exactly what needs fixing. For example, missing images, low resolution, incorrect pricing, missing categories, or shipping details. Fix these problems in WooCommerce and the feed will update itself. You can also preview your feed inside the plugin to make sure the details look correct. Once Google finishes reviewing your products, they'll start appearing across shopping and search within a few days. If something doesn't sync or you get an error inside of Merchant Center, just comment below with the issue and I'll tell you exactly how to fix it. One pro tip before we move on. If you're running Google Merchant Center and Google Analytics, you can track performance right inside WP Remote as well. Just go to wpremote.com, select your site, scroll down to the Google Analytics panel and connect your Google account. Now you'll be able to view your GA data directly here, so you can quickly sanity check whether shopping traffic is actually hitting the site. And if you scroll up to advanced monitoring, you can also keep an eye on critical store health signals like uptime and key site checks, so your domain, SSL, and core flows stay in good shape while Google is sending you traffic. Now let's move on to the next chapter. Chapter 21, Setting up PayPal Payment Gateways. Now this chapter will help you set up PayPal payments inside WooCommerce. I'm going to use sandbox mode so we can safely test payments without using real money. But if you want to connect your live PayPal account for real customer orders, the steps are almost identical. You just skip the sandbox part and connect your actual PayPal business account. Start by opening WooCommerce in your dashboard and go to Settings. Open the Payments tab and look for PayPal Payments. Click Install. Once it's added, click Enable. After that, click Complete Setup. If you want to set up real PayPal payments, you can continue by clicking the Activation button. Choose Business Account select the type of products you sell as both virtual and physical, click Connect to PayPal, and sign in with your PayPal business credentials. That's all you need for live payments. For this tutorial, we'll switch to sandbox mode so that we can test PayPal without making real transactions. Stay on the setup screen for a few seconds, then click Back until you reach the first setup screen. Scroll down and open Advanced Options, enter Sandbox mode and also enable Manual Connect. Now open developer.paypal.com and log into your PayPal developer account. Inside the Sandbox Accounts page, you'll see a list of test accounts. Click any one of them and copy the client ID and secret. Come back to WooCommerce and paste both of them into their respective fields. A pop-up will appear asking for the Sandbox email and password. Enter the same details of the Sandbox account you copied earlier. In some cases, PayPal will open its settings page inside the same pop-up. Check that your payment methods are enabled, including Pay Later if you want to offer it. Click Save and close the pop-up. Refresh the WooCommerce page and confirm that PayPal is now enabled. Click Payments, open PayPal again, and you'll see the PayPal gateway marked as active. Now, let's test a full payment. Open your shop page and add any product to the cart. You'll already see a Pay with PayPal button on the cart page. You can pay directly from here or continue to checkout. Fill the billing details, verify the order total, choose a shipping method and click Pay with PayPal. A PayPal pop-up will appear. Log in using a different Sandbox account, one that has a fake PayPal balance. Once you see the available balance, click Complete Purchase. The order will now process successfully. To confirm it worked, go back to your WordPress dashboard and open Orders. You'll see the order marked as Payment via PayPal Paid. You can double check the transaction by going to your PayPal developer dashboard and opening Sandbox Notifications, where you'll find the payment entry. And that completes your entire PayPal payment setup. Whether you use Sandbox mode for testing or connect your real PayPal account, WooCommerce now supports PayPal checkout smoothly. Chapter 22, Cookie Compliance plus Privacy Policies. Now, before we make the site live, we need to make sure it's legally compliant. That means adding a proper cookie consent banner and setting up privacy policies. Right now, if you look at the site, there's no cookie pop-up at all. So let's fix that. We'll use a tool called CookieBot. It lets visitors accept or reject cookies, choose specific categories, and it also supports Google Consent Mode, which keeps your analytics and conversations GDPR safe. CookieBot is widely accepted by Google, Microsoft, and major privacy standards, and you can style it to match your site. Open the CookieBot website. On the pricing page, select the free plan. Sign up using your Google account and fill in the basic organization details. Click Next. Now enter your website URL. For the compliance standard, choose GDPR European Standard because it covers most global requirements. Then click Next. Next, you'll design the cookie banner. You can place it at the top, the bottom, middle of your screen. Most websites place it at the bottom, so select that. Choose either the light or dark theme. You can upload your logo if you want, or you can skip it. Now select the type of buttons you want. You can offer a simple accept or reject, but the multi-level option is better because it lets users choose specific cookie categories. Select the multi-level option. Next, select the region. Choose all visitors so everyone sees the banner. Click Next. CookieBot now generates a header strip. You don't have to paste it manually because we're using WordPress. Go to your WordPress dashboard. Open Plugins. Click Add New. Search for CookieBot. Install it, activate it, open the CookieBot plugin settings, and there'll be a field asking for an ID. Go back to CookieBot. Copy the ID from the header script that they showed earlier on, paste it into the field on WordPress, and then click Save. The setup is now complete. Visit your website and refresh the page. You'll see the cookie banner appear with the options to accept everything, deny everything, or customize cookie preferences. CookieBot will handle everything automatically from here, but you can always return to the CookieBot dashboard to adjust the design or settings. Now let's add the privacy policies. You can manually write these pages, but it's extremely easy to miss legally required sections. If you want a reliable set and forget solution, you could use Termageddon. It costs $12 a month and generates all your legal pages automatically, including privacy policy, terms and conditions, cookie policy, disclaimer, and EULA. You'll answer a few questions about your website, and Termageddon creates legally compliant policies based on GDPR, CCPA, and all major privacy laws. The best part is that the pages update automatically whenever laws change. You can embed these directly into WordPress or WooCommerce. That's it for this chapter. Your website now has proper cookie compliance and up-to-date legal policies, so you're ready to make the site live. Chapter 23, making your store live. All right, now that everything's set up, from your products and checkout to shipping, taxes, emails, and design, we're ready for the final step, making your website live. At the top of your WordPress dashboard, you'll see a small notification that says Coming Soon mode activated. This is what keeps your site hidden while you're still building it. Click on that and then select the option to turn it off. Once you do that, the message will change to live. That means your website is now visible to everyone on the internet. Now visit your domain in a new browser tab, and you'll see your complete WooCommerce store live and functioning with your custom homepage, product pages, pin code validation, shipping setup, working checkout, and that's it. Your WooCommerce store is officially live and ready to take orders. You've built a complete modern e-commerce experience from design to checkout, using only free tools, and honestly, it looks cleaner and faster than most paid themes out there. Now here's the part most tutorials ignore: maintenance after launch. Because stores don't break while you're building them, they break the day you hit update. So here's my exact workflow inside WP Remote. First, open WP Remote, select your site, and go to the Manage Updates tab. This is where you decide what to update and use the score to quickly judge whether an update looks safe or if it's something you should test first. Now scroll down to Monitoring. This is where you'll find the visual regression settings. Click the gear icon here and add monitors, which basically means selecting the pages you want WP Remote to keep an eye on. I usually choose my shop and homepage. That way, if an update changes something visually, you'll see the before and the after screenshots immediately. Next, go back and expand backups and make sure real-time backups are enabled. If you're dealing with hundreds of orders, this is worth adding as an add-on because it ensures your order data is captured properly, so that you're not relying on a once-a-day backup when sales are coming in every minute. And finally, go back to Sites, scroll down to the Performance tab and enable it. You'll get a speed score right here, so that you can keep the store fast even as you keep adding plugins and features. And that's it for this tutorial. If you found this course helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also click on the new Hype button below. I've also linked all the plugins, templates, and tools used in this video down in the description, so you can quickly go through them and import everything you want. See you in the next one.